Welcome to episode 92 for Gaming Dad 101, the show where gamers became dads and are now looking for cheat codes. If you're brand new to the show, Gaming Dad 101 goes live as a podcast on Wednesdays and live as a video on YouTube each and every Friday. Joining me and doing the, what type of dance is that? It ain't the Macarena. It's just like the head. Is it even really a dance? You're just bobbing your head back and forth.
I don't know.
It was weird. It was interesting. Go check out the YouTube video. But it's Ricky.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
All right, everybody. Brand new week, brand new day. We are very lucky we have an episode this week. We won't even lie. We totally forgot it was Tuesday. We are recording this at 9:40.
50.
Wait, no,
9:50.
Jesus Christ, 9:50 p.m. So, as you can see, today caught us by surprise, luckily. We were prepared with everything else. It was just a matter of recording it. So, welcome to this week, Ricky. How you doing? Clearly on the same brain wave as me, because you forgot it was Tuesday today, too.
Yeah, I completely forgot until you text me, and I'm like, oh, damn.
Yeah, I was like, oh, man. Okay, so what time? All right, so it's currently like 7. Okay, cool. Let's start. We're eating dinner. We got to put the kids. Okay, I'll meet you in like an hour and a half. And here we are.
Now, besides all of that, I've actually been good. It's Zoe's, my oldest one's birthday was on Monday. So basically, we were just celebrating her birthday and well, not really celebrating because her birthday party is on this Saturday coming up. But we ended up taking her to like Chili's, and then as a surprise, we had them bring out, and have her.
We're not sponsored. I'm turning the bottle.
Yeah, no, and basically have the people sing to Zoe, and at first she was like, "What the heck are these people doing?" Like she had like that random face.
Where are these random people coming to my table?
Yeah, well, until they made it onto the table, and then they put the cake on top of her, in front of her, or the ice cream in front of her, and then they started singing "Happy Birthday," and then she's like,
"That's when she caught on."
Oh, it's for me. And then that's when she started getting shy, like, yeah, I'm 6. Yeah, what's up? But yeah, it was
she went around saying I'm 6. That what's up?
Yeah,
because I can actually picture that. Like,
No, she was just very shy. We did ask her, "How old are you?" And then she goes, like, "I'm 6." So it really it truly caught her by surprise. So that was the cutest thing.
Sweet.
Besides that,
have you played any games?
Game wise, have I played any games? No, I have not. But no, I have not. I haven't downloaded anything.
I thought there was something, dude. So last week we talked about the Nintendo Direct, and to be honest with you, we should have probably prepared more about what was on the Direct. There was a lot more than we thought about. There were things that we didn't think about that would be there. There were things that we thought wouldn't be there that were. So it was very interesting to see, but it wasn't It was a very, very interesting Direct, if for nothing else, because they finally announced the SNES lineup for the online membership. So what has Chris been doing? So Chris has been very, 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 very addicted to A Link to the Past because it's part of the collection. Even though the game originally came out for the Game Boy, it's part of the SNES collection. Nice. So I'm very excited. And again, if that's inaccurate, don't come at me. I've never played the game. This is the very first time I'm playing the game. This is my very first playthrough. I mentioned how I reserved the remake that's coming out at the 20th of this month. So I'm going to be playing the original. I'm hoping to finish the original before the new one so that I can go ahead and actually be able to compare and contrast both of them. And I think I might actually be able to pull it off. I think I've been playing so much that I'm past the halfway point.
Nice.
So yeah, no, dude, I'm hooked. It's one of the most enjoyable Zelda titles I've played, even though it's this old. So
really?
if for nothing else, I'm super psyched about the remake because I'm having so much fun playing it at the moment that I can't wait to play it with like the graphics and whatever they did extra, and I'm psyched. I'm actually very interested.
That's what's up.
And I don't want to say the worst part, the best part, like. This is part of why I'm wearing my Link shirt today. By the way, it's a Link to the. I keep calling it Link to the Past for some reason. Don't know why, but every time I try to say Link's Awakening, Link to the Past comes out. Don't know why. Anyway, point is, Link's Awakening, awesome game. If you haven't checked it out, currently on the SNES collection on the Switch for free if you're an online member. So you literally have no excuse. That includes you, Ricky. So,
What?
yeah,
Dude.
no excuse. All right.
No, there
Um,
ain't.
the SNES was the only console that I never owned. I missed out on almost that entire library. I played a couple of select games here and there because my cousin had one,
Mm-hmm.
but it was whenever I went to my cousin's house, and it was literally like I only went to visit him like once or twice a year, so I barely got to do anything.
Okay.
So to finally have access to the collection, I'm very excited about it. And but yeah, I'm still hooked on that game. That's the only one I'm playing. I have not. I've dropped everything else that I've been doing, and I'm either working the day job, working the podcasting job, or playing Link to the Past. God
Nice.
damn it, I did it again. Link's Awake. Dude, I don't know. It's automatic at this point. So again, if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check it out. But let's go ahead and move on with the show. It is a bit of a small show this week. It's not that long, but it also is late, so we're trying to get to bed at a reasonable hour. But Ricky, tell us the reasons why we're broke this week.
Well, the reasons why we're broke is because we have eFootball PES 2020 coming out for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC on September the 10th. We have Gears 5 coming out to the Xbox One and PC on
Everybody who's
September
got
the
a
10th.
Gears 5, enjoy that bad boy.
But if you have Games Pass, you can play it. Dude, I will say my emails and my notifications on my phone went
Have been going off the roof.
crazy.
Oh yeah,
Because
I believe it.
as soon as Gears 5 went available, I automatically started getting notifications everywhere. Hey, please, hey, go enjoy yourself and blah blah blah. It's on
Dude.
PC. Go get an Xbox
Hey,
Live.
Pikachu.
Yeah, you didn't see.
Sorry, I just noticed your Pikachu in the background.
Yeah, he's hanging out with me. I feel like my background is a little bland, so I'm trying to like spice it up a little bit.
Have
So
some sort of background.
yeah, so I
get
kind of decided to have Pikachu with me today.
Nice.
But moving over from Gears 5, we have Greed's Fall coming out for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC on September the 10th. And hey Garrett. Hey Garrett.
It's happening.
Say it. Garrett, say it. Say
All right,
it.
on 1, 2, 3, we're gonna let him do it. All right, everybody who's listening, just entertain us and entertain him this way. All right, ready, Garrett? On 3. What game's coming out? 1, 2, 3.
Hey!
You didn't share with us, Garrett. You're a fake friend.
I know, right? We have Borderlands 3 coming up for the PS4, Xbox One, Stadia, and PC, September the 13th, which is Friday the 13th. What happened?
Why is it being announced on Stadia already? Stadia's not even out till November.
I do not know, but it is.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, I'm glad to know it'll be on there. It's just weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, especially since it's not out yet. But hey, I'm just mentioning them. They're in there, so they get the honorable mention. Do note, Garrett, I do feel sorry for you. This game is releasing on Friday the 13th, so I'm afraid of bugs.
Oh, God. Nah, dude. I think this game has been so anticipated that I think they're prepared.
Okay.
I think they're ready.
It's Friday the 13th, though. Anything can go.
I know. That's
And then following after that, we have Demon X Machina on the Switch. I know that there was a demo for it. I actually played the demo. It's really good.
I actually recommend it. It's actually a lot of fun.
I do too. But it is coming out September the 13th. We also have NASCAR Heat 4 coming out for the PS4, Xbox One, PC, September the 13th. And for those hockey fans, we have NHL 20 coming out for the PS4 and Xbox One.
Why not just 2019? Like,
I do not know.
I think when you get to that number, that's like too high a number. Like after 3, I think you just need to start calling it by the year. You know?
But yeah, we have coming out, finishing it out on September the 13th.
Sweet. Well, thank you so much, Ricky, for letting us know where we're going to be losing our money this week. Primarily, why Garrett is going to be losing his money this week. Everybody who's getting Borderlands, enjoy. I'm actually going to be delayed on getting Borderlands, or I might be. I still haven't. I gotta look at finances. Unfortunately, my AC broke. Ironically enough, so anybody who doesn't know, last week we talked about it. We are in Florida. We were part of the hurricane. Even during last week's episode that we recorded that episode at 80-degree temperature in my house because my AC was broken. So, as you know, Ricky, it was bad. It got worse.
I was wearing shorts.
Yeah, dude, it got worse. All right.
Oh
So
wow,
like,
that sucks.
yeah, I ended up not going to my day job last Friday because I didn't sleep the night before because the little one kept waking up because of how hot it was. And I was just like, I went to
Mm.
bed finally at like 3 in the morning and I was like, yeah, there's no way in hell I'm going to
Oh
work today
damn,
from
that sucks.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
especially at
So
your time.
yeah, especially when I start at 6 a.m. So it was one of those scenarios was like not happening. I got the AC fixed. It was the stupidest possible thing you could think of. It was literally like something that had you thought of it, it would have taken me 30 seconds to fix and literally like just water. And I had to pay $204 for it.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's like what was it?
So
Your drain pipe?
yeah, that's exactly what it was.
You should have told. I mean, you kind of told me,
I
but
didn't know it was the drain pipe. I had no freaking clue. This
the
is the first time, ironically enough, for
I will
some
say,
reason, this is the first time I've ever had a draining system in an AC unit like that that has had some sort of issue.
yeah, no, I will say the house that I was renting prior to me coming over to my dad's house, the AC kept stopping like every 5 minutes, and it was because it kept filling up with water. And
Yep.
the AC has a float switch that as soon as the water gets to a specific level, for those that don't know, your AC will stop. Because
But
I
here's the
figured,
kicker. When it drains a little bit, it'll restart. So your house will get just cold enough to allow you to think that
and then it
maybe
kicks
you're okay,
off.
and then it kicks off.
Yeah, no. I ended up buying a shop vac, or wet dry shop vac. Dude,
Mhm.
all of the gunk that came out of that pipe was disgusting.
Oh yeah,
But guess what? It freaking started working, and I did it myself.
that's my point. Had I realized that that was the issue, do you not think I would have already asked you for help on it?
I mean, in fairness, you kind of did,
I
but
mentioned it just in
yeah.
case you knew, if you knew what might be the problem, but even you didn't tell me. I'm not, I'm very handy when it comes to things I know, and I know what I know very well, but I don't know at all. And I don't know ACs.
Hey,
So,
I know of a lot of things, but I'm a jack of none.
you said that backwards,
I
but
know.
sure. All
I
right.
know. I meant to.
Let's get into this week's news. So, one of the things that we announced and finally got confirmed over the Nintendo Direct was that Overwatch is finally coming to the Switch.
Whoop
It
whoop.
is confirmed. It's no longer a rumor for a Switch case. That Switch case actually has meaning, and it is going to be coming out on October 15th. It's coming bundled with 15 character skins and 3 months of Nintendo Switch Online because you're going to need it. So, now the
Three
question is
months. Ooh.
Overwatch has been this big ass phenomenon. Everybody's had it,
Yep.
with the exception of me. I've already mentioned it. I haven't played it. Now it's on the Switch. Now it's coming to the Switch. So now, how do you think it's going to do? Do you think it's going to do well? Because I mean, it's been out for years now. At this point, it's been out for every other console at this point. A whole mess of people have played it on those consoles at this point. However, they have new modes, they have new things, and it's portable. So it's Mm, you know what I mean? Like, does Overwatch really need the graphical processing of a stronger unit, or is it
Oh
going to be
no.
play well on the Switch?
I mean, to me, I do not believe that Overwatch has that much graphic defilement. I can't even.
Fidelity.
Yeah, I can't even talk today again. It's like,
It's fine, man. Our
um,
brain dead is brain dead.
I don't think it's that demanding. Because prior to me getting the new graphics card that I currently have, I was able to play it on a lower end graphics card, and I was still able to play it just fine. So I believe the Switch should have enough power to play it. Um, Also, it's an arena shooter. I mean, if you love arena shooters, then you're gonna love Overwatch. For
And it's
those that,
the one thing that I think of is have you've played it, right?
yes.
How quick are the matches?
It really depends. But for the most part, the ones that I have played is there's a vehicle that's going from one side of the screen to another, and you get the chance to defend it, and then you get the chance to destroy it.
Okay.
So it goes into like
It really depends
best
on the
out of
mode.
yeah, best out of three,
But my point is,
kind
I'm
of thing.
thinking these matches are 5 to 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, around
Okay.
there.
And that's part of what I think is going to be successful on the Switch and kind of bring this game back is the fact that it's portable, it's quick, and you can just play around and drop it and do something
Yep.
else. And that's what I think it's going to It's really going to help take it off on the Switch. Part of why I am considering getting it on the Switch is because of that. Um, of course, I have reason to want to get it for the other consoles because technically I can just buy it once on my other console and be able to play it on my second PlayStation without having to buy a second copy. So that's a plus.
Yep.
That's not something that you can do with the Switch at this moment in time, which is kind of a huge shame, especially since I pay for a family plan. I really would like it. I really wish that companies everywhere would just grab and be like, all right, here's the game. You can, hell, I'll even pay extra for like a family pass or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you can either register or you can just have like an additional pass or people who are sharing the same network as you or whatever the case. But something where even if I pay a little bit extra, everybody can play and it doesn't really matter. It's just one copy and that's it, as opposed to having to buy multiple copies for different systems and different this and different that. And I just, I look at it and the price of it, I'm spending, depending on the game, between 80 to over $100 just to be able to play it twice.
Yeah.
So, and that's the piece I don't like. So I'm kind of debating that. It's do I want to buy two copies for the Switch? Because you know that if I get it, I'm gonna have to get it for my oldest son AJ because he wants it. And then now I've also mentioned we're looking to buy a third Switch. So
Yep.
we've already figured out how we're gonna do that because Cece wants her own Switch. So what if she wants to play? Now we're thinking about a third one.
Oh
So
wow. Now
that's the piece for
Do we know if it's gonna be at full $60 price or are they gonna do
I have no
30?
idea what the pricing is right now.
I wonder if
That's
you go into the Switch online store on the pre-order side. I wonder if it'll tell you.
that's a good question. And while you go ahead, actually, I don't have my Joy-Con anywhere near me. Oh, wait, I do have some over here in the charger. So,
I was gonna
yeah.
say, I'm like, if I gotta pull mine out, woohoo!
Okay, you may want to specify what you're pulling out for anybody who's listening. But yeah, while I go ahead and check that, notice I go ahead and I pull up my Switch, and yeah,
Hey, pull out
Yeah.
my Switch too. Oh, nice.
yeah, no, my point is,
So, okay,
I'm still
let's-
playing Link to the Past. I'm about to die.
Let's be honest.
See, I'm being
How many
attacked,
ti-
but you know what? I have the rewind feature, and that's
I was
cool.
gonna
You
say-
can
I
just
was gonna-
rewind. How
I
many
was-
times have I used the rewind
Yes.
feature? I live and die by the rewind feature, right? Literally, like I literally. But no, it really,
Mine's is dead.
quite
so-
honestly, it's not that bad. I don't use it too much, but it's one of those things that it does save me a lot. And the one thing that has screwed me over though
Oh, really?
is one
You
thing
got
has screwed
spoiled.
me over is I keep rewinding, for things that I do, but I forget to save.
Oh.
So there's been times where I've been playing for hours, and it didn't happen on this one. It hasn't happened
Okay.
on others. It was when they first introduced the feature. I decided to run through the entirety of the original Super Mario because I always got to what I thought was the end and never finished it. Turns out I was away one level.
Oh,
I
damn.
literally got to, like, my entire life I played the original Mario and almost finished it by one level, and that was all I was missing. So I went through, played it through, but when I did that, at one point I had gotten through halfway through the game,
Uh-huh.
and I didn't realize that I just kept rewinding and continuing, and I forgot to save anything or create any sort of point. I had to restart from World 1 again.
Oh,
So that was
damn.
yeah, that was interesting. So, so back to Overwatch. Are you gonna get it?
I do not know if I'll get it. It really depends on the actual price.
It's $40 to pre-order the Legendary Edition right now.
$40 Legendary Edition. So you're probably talking about it's probably going to be $29.99. So probably at $30 price range
Let's see.
for the original.
And if you purchase, here I'm gonna say, purchase Overwatch on Nintendo Switch by December 31st, 2019 to unlock a golden loot box with a year of guaranteed legendary item.
Goddamn loot boxes.
Join the fight for the future in the world of Overwatch and choose your hero from a diverse cast of soldiers, scientists, adventurers, and oddities. Spend time to fight physics and unleash a dizzying array of extraordinary powers and weapons. Engage your enemies in iconic locations from around the world in ultimate team-based shooter.
Nice.
So yeah, if you get the Legendary Edition, you have obviously I'm looking at it digitally, so you're gonna get the code clearly.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a 3-month membership subscription. You get the full game, 5 Legendary Hero skins, 5 Epic Hero skins, 5 original hero skins and quote unquote more. Obviously, we don't know what the more is, but it's interesting.
Weapon
And I
skins,
mean,
probably.
$40 is not bad, you know.
No, it's not that bad, but it's not a price that I would be willing to pay, especially since that's not 100% my cup of tea kind of games. I mean, I'll play them because they're fun for a little bit, but I'm not a diehard fan.
But Ricky, but it looks so pretty, Ricky. It looks so pretty. Look at that. It's pretty.
Well, I can also say the same thing and just bring it up.
so so $40 is too much for you. What would you pay for it?
Um, I would probably be more in the vicinity of, you know what, $20. I'll be fair.
$20?
20
You think
bucks.
20 bucks is fair? Okay, fair enough.
I mean, for that game, for being that popular, being that old already, because that game is what, 2, 3 years old now.
Hmm.
I'm willing to pay $20 on the Switch to play it. $40, that it's a little bit too much for me.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so let's go ahead and let's move on to the next one because it does have to do with the Switch as well. So a new patent came out, and you know how much I love patents.
They're
All
your
right.
favorite.
They're my favorite because they're interesting, and those are things like you always look at them and you're like, okay, what could have been? And in some cases, it's like, hey, what's coming? You know what I mean?
Yep.
In this case, I really do think that it's one of those what could have been and it's never coming. Have you taken a look at this patent?
No, I've actually been media silence all week.
Okay, so this patent came out and they are curved Joy-Con remotes. So the Joy-Con, as you know and see them traditionally, and I'm reaching back to get mine. So you have this, right? If you're
Yeah.
watching the video, you have your little Joy-Con, and it's a nice little like straight little brick or puck or whatever you want to call it. So the design, if you haven't seen it, it skews where the thumbstick is by about 45 degrees offset downward. So that you would have your thumbs kind of like this and looking at the screen. I guess it would be technically it might be more comfortable if you're holding it at a certain angle or something. I don't know. It just I'm looking at it and it just looks very uncomfortable. Um,
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. And for those that haven't seen it here, I'll put it.
you'll go ahead and put it on the screen by putting your phone in. We gotta get better about putting images on the screen. We gotta find a better way to do it. But yeah. You have like the top of the Joy-Con offset by about 45 degrees. So it's just kind of a weird thing. Now, do you think this is like the future of Joy-Con or do you think that this is a failed design? Because I
That's
think
a
this
failed
has to be
design.
some sort of failed design.
No, that's a failed design because, because I guess it kind of gives you, look at my hands. My hand, I don't have big hands, but I'm fat. So my hands cover the whole entire Switch side entirely. So by
Yeah.
you giving me a 45-degree angle, now I have to have like half my hand
Yep.
at the bottom of the Switch and try
It
to play.
doesn't the thumbs don't feel
Yeah,
like you know what I mean? It just I don't know. I can't find a way. I can't
yeah, no,
mentally think of a way that I would hold it that it would be comfortable. And that's kind of the thing. So
yeah, no.
I mean, they're interesting looking, that's for freaking sure.
Now
But
this is comfortable right here. Grips
yeah,
fits my hands a whole lot better. We're not sponsored by them, but I recommend them.
that's true. We're not sponsored by them, but we'll be willing to.
I am
So
very satisfied.
you are
I
sweet.
think that's the
So
name of them too. The
that
brand.
was nice. So yeah, that was my thing. I just kind of wanted to share that patent because I saw it and I was like, okay, that's
Yeah,
pretty
no.
interesting. So we got to see it.
No, that is not none of my predictions. Sorry, it's only Xbox One. Handheld. That it's gonna be reality
It ain't
soon.
gonna be a reality. It's not gonna happen. I promise. I promise. If it happens, I would change my name. I don't know to what, but I may need to start looking up ways to change my name. All right, so on to the next news. I'm going to go ahead and read the article over on IGN. This article was posted by Matt Kim. Apple officially announced that they are launching a subscription service called Apple Arcade on September 19th, and it will cost families $5.99 a month. It was first revealed at WWDC in 2019. Obviously, the Apple Arcade promises to grant you with access to over 100 new exclusive games in 150 countries and regions. During the Apple Arcade presentation, the company promised 150 games on the service at launch. Um, There will also be a slate of original games coming to Apple Arcade, including a new Frogger game from Konami and Q Games. And other titles coming to the Apple Arcade include Soyanora Wild Hearts by Simogo and Annapurna Interactive. Apparently, Apple Arcade is all you can play subscription service similar to the Xbox Game Pass. For a monthly fee, players can have access to a library of games that they can play across their Apple devices. And they go on into explaining that you can actually go through from device to device, very similar to the way that Stadia and pretty much all streaming services are going to be advertising their services going forward. But what do you think, Ricky? Is this something you're interested in?
It is a very cool concept. I will say that because it'll be games on the go.
I like the price.
I mean
price
the
is
price is
acceptable.
the price is phenomenal. So I have no problems with that whatsoever. That would be something that I'm probably willing to try for like a month, just to see what kind of games, how they
Yeah.
play. You know, just to at least try to give some kind of review
What are you
on
offering me
it.
for this amount?
Exactly. Now, I am looking it up and I am looking at some of the images and I'm noticing that they have the Xbox One controller and they have the DualShock 4
Mhm.
controller for the PlayStation. Currently, I have tried in the past to connect those controllers along with the Switch Joy-Cons to my Apple phone, and never in the past, none of those controllers have been compatible to
Really?
be able to do that.
But didn't
So
they come out with some sort of patent, or not a patent, some sort of release not too long ago to support those?
there's a possibility, I do not know. I have not gone back to try it. Um, I mean, I'm willing to try it real quick to see if it even uploads because it's supposed to be over. Well, no, it's Bluetooth, correct? So
Yeah,
I
it's
have
Bluetooth.
yeah,
So we'll
yeah.
try it off air. We'll talk about it next week, see how it works. But I mean, it's not a bad price point. I'm more concerned about the
No,
quality of the games and what sort of games you'll be able to play. Um, but if you offer me 150 games for $5 a month, not a bad start. Now, at
nope.
the same time, that needs to only be a start. Like, I need to know that you're going to be adding more games, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it needs to be a growing library. So, but it sounds like they have games coming. So, I'd be more interested to see what they come up with. But it is Apple, and you know how Apple
Yeah,
is.
I mean, Apple,
So,
I will say, having Fortnite on Apple, it plays beautifully. I have no issues
so
with it.
nice.
I have played PUBG on my phone. I have no issues with that game either. So they play fairly smooth and everything. So if these games are completely optimized for the Apple software, I have no doubt that those games are going to run beautifully. There's plenty of games also on their library that run phenomenal. I can't
Yep.
remember every single one of them, but they do run phenomenal. Apple has very good
It,
quality screen with a lot of
yep.
4K images and all that. So for them to upscale an image to make it look really nice, I'm all for it. Now, iPhone does tend to run hot. It has happened to my phone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the other day. I mean, it could probably be because I also still have the iPhone 7 Plus.
Oh yeah,
Um,
definitely.
yeah. So the other day, I was with the family. We were all on FaceTime. Because there's this new thing that you can now have multiple people on FaceTime, all
Nice.
simultaneously, dude.
So you were trying.
Yeah, we were trying it and we were just joking and having fun. Dude, within a matter of minutes, my phone got so hot that if I did not have a case on it, I probably would have not been able to actually physically hold the game without, or
Jesus.
hold my phone without being not like third-degree burn,
Yeah.
but being very, very uncomfortable due to the
What
heat.
the hell?
Cause yeah, no, the heat was even protruding through my case and everything. I was like, God dang. So
That's not safe. That's for
no,
one.
it's not. So those would be my only concern on how much performance it is going to be demanding from the phones.
Fair enough. All right, so let's go ahead. If you're going to be getting this service, this article was actually posted on our Facebook group by one of our members. Go ahead and leave a comment and let us know what you think. Is this something you're interested in? Is this something that you want to look into? Um, for the next article, I wanted to kind of point out, it was also shared on our Facebook group. It's just kind of Nintendo showing how much weight they have and kind of just throwing it around. So I'm going to read the article. This is over on Ars Technica, written by Kyle Orland. I'm going to read his excerpts from it. Nintendo has obtained a court order from the England and Wales High Court requiring 5 major ISPs, that's internet service providers, in the country to block access to 4 sites that it says promote Nintendo Switch software piracy.
Mm-hmm.
The sites in question center on sale and promotion of SXOS, a popular commercial Switch hacking product developed by Team Executor. The OS allows users to easily play illicit copies of copyright Switch software, as well as fan-made homebrew software. Sites discussing a rival open-source Switch hacking effort developed by Team Atmosphere are unaffected by the Switch ruling. So once again, Nintendo is showing that Nintendo is very litigious when it comes to their stuff. And once again, they're very aggressively hacking and, getting anybody who gets in their way out of the way. And once again, there will be massive homebrew channels all over the place.
Yeah, no, I love my my Switch too much to have it burned by Nintendo because damn well they don't care. They will protect their system to no matter what cost.
And they will break your console.
Oh yes, they will in a heartbeat.
Yep.
So
yeah,
that's,
it's.
I mean, do what you want at your own risk.
I allegedly did that to my Wii a long time ago.
Oh yeah.
Allegedly. You can't prove shit. Anyway. But no, it's interesting. I like the fact that they protect their software, but I kind of I understand the concept behind the illegal games. I understand that piece. However, I don't like the fact that I own my Switch and you're trying to tell me what I can and could put on it. You see what I mean? That's the piece that I have an issue with. While I have no problem with you protecting your Nintendo software, the hardware at this point, if I own it and I want to modify it, I feel I should have the right to. Void my warranty. Don't let me do any sort of, that's fine. But if I want to change the OS, I feel like I should be able to. You know what I mean? As long as I'm playing the games legally. That's where I'm coming from. So it's one of those where I'm 50-50. I understand it. I get it. I'm happy that they got the ruling in their favor. But at the same time, I hate the fact that it's kind of preventing development of anything else. Because I kind of feel that you can... a lot of developers can do a lot of stuff with that. And sure, a lot of it can be illegal. Most of it is going to be legal. But it also opens up the opportunity for a lot of cool stuff, and an opportunity for engagement, an opportunity for other people to create other stuff.
Correct.
And that is what I like about the whole homebrew system.
And I'll be honest, a homebrew system will make it to where you can truly customize your own, Nintendo Switch to be truly your own. And not be bound by...
the Wii that I allegedly had a custom loading screen and backgrounds and stuff.
Allegedly. The world will never know. Nah, but yeah, I mean, to each their own, but I love my Switch too much, like I said. Maybe if I do decide to go with and get a light for my daughter or something, then I may at that point, try it. I don't know.
Everybody knows you buy a Switch to play legally, and you buy it. Now, let me just shut up. Let me just shut up. I'm joking, by the way. Allegedly.
Yeah.
So yeah, I thought that was interesting, but I did like the whole thing. And then obviously to add to the weird news, and once again, this is back to Rafi, who posted this on our Facebook group.
I've been waiting for this one.
To pimp our Facebook group. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out over at facebook.com. Look up Gaming Data 101. It'll be like the first thing that pops up. Go ahead and join. We have a community that keeps growing. It keeps sharing more and more. It's getting interesting and weird lately with weird memes and stuff. All for it. Bring them all in. It's been hilarious. I'm not even gonna lie. I'll log into the group and I'm just like, oh, somebody posted. Oh, that's okay. That's funny. Okay, my day's better. All right, cool. I may not even comment. Sometimes I don't even because I just don't have the time throughout the day. You know how our days can be. Mm-hmm. So it was one of those. But it cheers me up, man. I'm like, hell yeah. People are communicating. People are back and forth. People are having fun. That's exactly what we created it for. So thank you everybody who's joined. Invite everybody. If you're in the group, invite everybody. Don't even just shadow hey, here you go, and invite. And anybody who hasn't joined the group and is listening, go join the freaking group. I love whenever we have new people come in and they tell us that they listen to the show. They tell us their favorite parts. They tell us the things they hate. They tell us the things that this. Talk to us. We love it. Mm-hmm. That's exactly why we're here. So anyway, back to the article. Rafi, thank you for posting. So again, an article on IGN. Go give it a read to get the full gist. But I
Ha
only took an
ha
excerpt. Okay.
ha ha.
They are announcing a dating sim.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. We see them all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Very famous Japanese genre.
Yep.
It happened. You see them. I've played a couple,
Oh
and
yes.
we've talked about it on this show multiple times. I think the last one I played, we talked about on this show. Um, this new game is called "I Love You, Colonel Sanders." Yes, that's right. Is the name of the game, and this is of course I'm reading from the article. According to the Steam page, you're a student at a culinary school, okay, and your classmate is Colonel Sanders himself. That's right, the father of KFC. Uh, you joined a because you're joined by a clumsy best friend, a couple of heated rivals, and a dog who is also a professor, appropriately named Professor Dog. So this sounds like a giant joke. It's a legit game that you can actually get on Steam. Again, I love you, Colonel Sanders, and you are basically seducing Colonel Sanders, the creator of Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Dude.
I'm getting it.
Dude. I
Did
just
you get it already?
I just need all I need is one thing from this game.
What?
And it's to basically give me a multiple choice answer. And one of those answer choices needs to be, hey, Colonel Sanders, I'm freaking, what is it?
I'm figuring
Freaking looking. Finger looking good, baby. Come on, Colonel Sanders.
Ricky.
Dude,
I'm trying to log into Steam to see if it's available. It won't let me.
that would be awesome. Wait, you said Steam?
It's on Steam.
Is it?
So if you, again, it's called "I Love You, Colonel Sanders." If you're curious about it, go check it out. Ricky, we have a show to do. We can check this out after we get off the air. Turn around. Anyway, I'm just like yelling at you. Today's all over the place.
Oh, it is there. It is free.
Yep, it is
There
free.
it is, guys, for the who's can see it.
All right. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It's really interesting looking. We are totally going to play this. You know what, Ricky? Ricky, all right, you and I need to talk off air. We may want to stream this. Stay
Okay.
tuned. We may announce something. Are you ready? We need to talk. All right, everybody. So that does it for the news for this week. We'll have more news next week, possibly. But however, if you're brand new to the show, each and every single week we have what we call a parenting cheat code of the week. This week's cheat code is a little bit different. It was written by me, and it was written because of what I'm currently going through. 30 is the new 20 for everything other than your joints.
Mhm.
All right. And this one I wrote down simply because I screwed up my shoulder, and it's based on an injury that I
God.
happened when I was 16.
Jesus.
So let me,
Will
dude.
you stop drinking?
I'm trying, man. I'm really trying. Dude, I slept on it funky, and it's all weird, and it's been killing me for like over 2 weeks now. It's really bad. And it's getting better, and it keeps improving, but it's just been a nightmare. And then I started thinking about it, and I was like, holy hell, what the hell happened? And it was when I was 16, playing a game of tag. I tripped, and I landed on my shoulder, and I dislocated it, fractured it, and tore like 2 ligaments or something.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was bad. I remember walking around and my arm in a sling and the like robe around me, like a cape, walking around telling nurses, "I'm Batman," and then just like covering my face.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. Super nerdy. Anyway, so I went ahead and I started thinking about it, and that's exactly what happened. And I'm just like, man, I love how you don't feel old until things like this. So this is just really a PSA for anybody who's currently our age, and that's like early 30s, mid 30s, getting toward, upper mid 30s. Take your vitamins, go to the doctor, do exercise, whatever the frick you need. Because, oh my God, these injuries are coming back to bite me, man. Things I did when I was like 15 and I was like, whatever, man, that's just my shoulder. Now I'm like, crap, man.
Oh man.
Fucking shoulder, dude. It's my fucking shoulder. And it hurts bad, man. So yeah, that's not so much
Poor
of a
guy.
cheat code, more of a PSA, but yeah, it needed to be said because oh my God, that. And also, you know what? I'm going to include this one in there. Clean your frickin' AC drains because you do not want to be like me and pay $204 for something that you could have done in 2 minutes had you known that what was the issue.
Yes. Easiest
So-
way to clean it is recommended to do hot water with vinegar and pour it
Vinegar.
at least down your drain once a week. Once a month.
At least once a month, either a quarter cup of vinegar or a quarter cup of bleach is what I was told.
Yep.
So I'm doing those. I started doing those, and I've been treating it because now that the pipe was dirty, now you have to like flush it for a few days to make sure it's good. It's a pain in the butt. So that basically does it for us for this week. Now, before
Whoop,
we
whoop.
leave for the week, is there anything you want to recommend, Ricky? Anything you want to say?
Yes, I want to recommend, Dad on the Street or Dad from the Streets.
Gamer on the Street
There
reviews.
you go. It's been so long since we've done one.
It's been a while since we've had a Gamer on the Street review. You are right. You are
Yes,
correct.
we are still accepting those if you want to
Yeah.
provide them, especially with Gears 5. If you want to review that, we do say don't do something no more than probably what, a minute to 2 minutes.
About a minute, minute and a half or so is
Yeah,
normally what we for.
we're okay if you do some kind of gameplay video. Just make sure you do not use any audio from the game. Just make sure that you are talking completely over that.
Yeah, basically here. We'll go into specifics when you contact us, but no, we are still looking for Gamer on the Street reviews. And yeah, we'll definitely cover that. We're looking like it's a minute to a half, and we'll get more
Yep,
into specifics of music and stuff. But anything else, Ricky?
and that's it.
All right, everybody. So thank you very much for joining us on this episode of Gaming Dad. We'll go ahead and we'll be back next week with a brand new episode joining us. Make sure to check us out on social media everywhere by searching Gaming Dad 101 or searching GeekEnd Cast. You can follow me at Vicen. You can follow Ricky at Picky Gamer Dad.
Whoop,
And you can
whoop.
follow the network at GeekEnd Cast. Make sure you like and subscribe to us. Go rate this episode because rating us and commenting is how we get more listeners, as well as your contributions by donating and telling people this is a show to check out. That's what I mean by donating, because we did shut down our Patreon in the meantime. So donate our episodes to people, get people to listen, get them to join the Facebook group. Thank you so much for everybody who's reviewed us, for everybody who's left comments, for everybody who's in the Facebook group. Thank you so much for the support we always receive from each and every one of our listeners and watchers. We look forward to doing more episodes. And again, Gamer on the Street reviews. We're looking this week, Gears 5, Borderlands 3. We know for a fact we're going to end up having Garrett come over at some point, or at least
Yeah.
send in something. So Garrett, this is specifically for you. I expect a Gamer on the Street review for Borderlands 3. Please and thank you. And that does it for this week.
That's basically it.
Yeah, that's basically it. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you next Wednesday.
Luego.